All right. Welcome back to Eyes Open Media. Prophet John here. Hope you guys are doing well. And I just look at this map and I'm like, Africa's like literally laughing. Like, Africa's like, what virus? I got little spots here and there, one or two people in this country, one or two people in that country here and there, but Africa's clean, and South Africa is basically the same thing. A little spots here and there. Even the big circles are only like five people or something like that. So South Africa and Africa are relaxing and chilling. Let me see if Australia is also doing the same thing. Yeah, Australia is also doing the same thing down under. Okay, Australia's chilling as well. So Australia, Africa, and South Africa chilling while everybody else is have to go through this and get beat up. Okay, so not much going on there. All right. So, anyways, America's starting to get a lot of spots everywhere now, and Asia starting to, we don't know about Asia anymore. Asia's numbers are not even real, so we don't even know anymore about Asia. I think Europe is trying to put out real numbers, even though it's really hard to put out the exact number because people who have the virus are not going into the hospitals to tell people they have the virus. They're staying home and they're dying in their homes, or they're recovering in their homes, and we will never know. So, and if they die in their homes, they don't. They're not gonna, say, "Oh, they had the coronavirus." You know what I mean? So, they will say natural causes or something else. So the numbers are, in my opinion, once again, the numbers are in the millions in deaths. Death tolls at 12,000, but you can literally make it 12 million, and I don't think anybody will have a problem with that. I think globally there's at least been 3 million deaths, easily 3 million deaths around the world. It's just not being notified, and especially in Asia, places in Europe, definitely the Middle East, right? Iran. People in Iran were talking about there's bodies on top of bodies on top of bodies, and they're burying them. They're burying these bodies in people's backyards, and they're not adding these people to the list. Even the health ministers came out and said thousands of people are dying every day, and we're not adding it to the list of dead people. We're literally pretending they don't even exist. It's the same thing we saw in Asia. They're pretending these dead bodies are not even exist. They don't even exist. Okay, because if you didn't come into the hospital to get a test, you don't count. So it's unbelievable. So that's what's going on right now, and the hospitals are and the nurses and the doctors are working a long, long hours. So we need to just continue to pray for the nurses and doctors that they can get some sleep and be able to be on their P's and Q's. And also we have to pray that they don't receive the virus as well. Okay, so we got 303,000 people infected, and those are the fake numbers. So we don't even know what the real numbers are. It could be 30 million people. 30 million people infected by this virus, in my opinion. 30 million people infected, 3 million deaths. That sounds about right. And if you're looking at the whole entire globe, they made this virus to be able to be really contagious and spread quickly. And if you take out the death toll and the infection to death toll in Asia, this thing is killing a lot of people. I mean, look at Italy. Let's check out Italy. 53,000 infections in Italy. Not sure why it says. Hold up, let's go back. Something's wrong about that. Okay, so they're messing up the. I'm not sure what happened. Are they messing up the numbers now? Or, I mean, why are they showing me Africa? I said China, so they're not. For some reason, this isn't going right. So they're showing me Africa instead of Asia. So okay, that's pretty weird. You can see France here. Let's go to France real quick. And France has 14,308. infected, and it's got 562 deaths. That's a big number for 14,000 people infected there. Okay, so yeah, there you go. 10% would be what 1,403, right? 1,000 no 1,430. Okay, would be 10%. So we're almost half of that. So we're at we're literally at 5%. Um, or maybe 4% there on France. So that's way more than 1%. So you know what I mean. Then if you go to let's check out Spain. Spain has 25,000. And then check this out. America is catching. It's about to come into the top three. I told you guys to watch out by the end of the week into next week. America could be at the top three. Because a lot of the American numbers are backdated and they're all going to be coming up to the front, and so they expected the numbers to soar tremendously over the next 5 days. I think I'm not sure if we covered that or not in the last review, but yeah, I said wait till Sunday. The numbers in America could be probably in the top three by Sunday night into Monday. So we're already jumping everybody now, and so we could definitely be right underneath Italy by Sunday night as our numbers continue to skyrocket. Okay, so we have Spain at 25,000, and Spain deaths is at 1,375. Okay, so not half of 10% would have been what 2,537. So we're basically half of that. So we're at 5%. So once again, 4 to 5%. That is way bigger. That's way more than the flu. The flu is like 1% or less get killed, right? From the flu, from the seasonal flu. We got 1% or less get killed from the seasonal flu. This thing right here is killing like 5 to 7%. If you take away the fake numbers from China, okay, it's killing like 5 to 10%. Okay, so that's really high. Okay. Um United Kingdom. So United Kingdom has 5,000 now. Wow, that was a big jump, right? Wasn't it like at two 2,800 yesterday or the day before? So that's a big jump to 5,000. Okay, so 5,000 cases now in the United Kingdom, and if you go to 10%, what? How much is that? That's 500. Well, United Kingdom has 233 deaths, so that's almost 5%. It's 4 point something percent. So it's right there. So it's in Europe. It's really at that big mark. It's right at that 4 to 7% mark. But look at it, Italy here, 53,000 and cases. So Italy's on his path to 100,000 cases to overtake China here within the next 2 weeks. Okay, and that's because China has the fake numbers. China should be at 3 million easily. Okay, but let's see here. Italy is at 4,825 deaths. So if we do 10%, it's 5,357. Okay, so we're almost at 10% for Italy. That's crazy. So we're at 4,825. 10% would be 5,357. So we're literally almost at 5%. I mean 10% we're at 9% for Italy. That's massive for a virus, right? Now the what was it called? H1N1. I think that killed 60%. But the problem with that one was is that it was hard to catch. Okay, so that one had a 60. I think that one had a 60% death rate, but no one could catch it. Okay, this one is highly contagious, and it's sitting there at least out. Anything out of the reports of Asia are completely wrong, but anything other than Asia, we're literally sitting there around 5 to 10, 5 to 9%. That is massive compared to like the flu and the other viruses that are out there that are mainly dormanted at 1% or under 1%. This thing is killing 5 to 10% of the people that contact this thing, and it's going to be, and we're already probably most likely in the millions of people who have been infected by this. So I mean, we could, I know these numbers are not correct. So I mean, we could literally say globally, 12, 30 million people have and got infected, and then you just do the math and say, okay, 5% of that have passed away. That's a massive number. That's not 12,000. Let's you know what I mean? That's not 12,000. Okay? So you can just do the math on that. I mean, just simple numbers on that, right? So you take this and you say 30 million instead of 300,000 is 30 million has been infected, and then 5% of those people have passed away. That's a lot of people. Okay. Golly. Okay, so Germany has not gone into full lockdown yet, and I'm not sure why Angela Merkel is not doing that yet. I haven't heard anything about Germany going into full lockdown. If you have, then you can hit me up on in the Telegram group Currency 365 Crew and let us know and give us the link to the article that Germany is in complete full lockdown now because I haven't seen anything, and the United States isn't in complete full lockdown as well. So we only have Illinois, LA, and New York right now, right? Everybody, Jersey hasn't gone into full lockdown. Um, we'll see on Connecticut hasn't gone into, Florida hasn't, Texas hasn't. So only Illinois, Chicago, and I mean, just said Chicago, Illinois, New York, and California. So okay. I'm surprised that Washington State hasn't gone into full lockdown yet. I think they said they're going to be announcing it soon, so stand by for that. Um, okay. Well, I think that's it. We covered everything that we need to cover. Just continue to watch the markets. For you guys that are on Patreon, we are, pivoting. We're in wave 4 right now. And so that's the pivot up a little bit, and then a little bit of an upward swing, and then we start wave 5 on the way down. So wave 5 could be tomorrow, even though my Indian guy is saying that tomorrow's gonna be a green day. So I don't know. I mean, the after hours it hit limit bottom because it sold off a lot, and futures might be down big as well unless some type of news comes out and makes everything go green. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we get some good news Sunday night into Monday morning, and it makes the markets go green. Plus, the Feds are pumping trillions of dollars into the markets to keep it up. Okay, so we're in wave 4, so maybe we get a green day Monday, and then Tuesday we get the bad news. Maybe New Jersey goes into lockdown, and Connecticut goes into lockdown, and maybe a couple other states go into lockdown, which then bring the markets down on Tuesday. And if the markets start plunging on Tuesday, then maybe Wednesday's a plunge, and then that confirms wave 5. We need two red days downwards, breaking support on both, on the previous day to confirm wave 5 is now intact. So Bo Poloni, you guys know Bo. Some of you guys know Bo Poloni because you listen to Louis Vogel Sharp. Um, he said the 24th starts, which is Tuesday, right? We'll start is that Tuesday? Because today's Saturday, 21st. Well, Sunday's the 22nd. Yeah, Monday's 23rd. Okay, Tuesday's the 24th. So Tuesday starts the new cycle. So, and if you guys watch his latest video, his interview, he says we have one more leg down. I did have a dream that today, and I saw low 6,000s to high 5,000s. And I'm guessing the father finally told me the bottom of the crash, because I've been asking him. I said, show me the bottom of the crash. And I saw a low 6,000 to high 5,000 range. I can't remember what it was. I think it was 6,000 something, I can't remember. I just can't remember what it was like. Maybe like 62, maybe 6,200 and 84. But the numbers added up to 20. That's all I remember. I remember that part, but it was low 6, high five, somewhere in that area. And then all of a sudden today, Gregory Mannarino comes out and guarantees on YouTube that the Dow is going at 6,000. Wow. And he hasn't been wrong a lot. He's only probably been wrong. I've been watching him for a little bit. And people have been watching him for years. He's probably been wrong 5 times in the last 5 years. so so he's saying 6,000 is the bottom for the Dow. He guarantees it. So I don't know who, maybe he has some insiders and stuff. I don't know. So, but that's kind of weird that I had the dream, and I posted it on Telegram this morning, Currency 365 crew, and I said, look, I had a dream of like low sixes, high fives. And so I'm guessing that's the Dow. You know what I mean? It might be the Bitcoin, but Bitcoin's at that price right now. So why would the father show me that? But I've been asking him about the Dow, about show me the low, and so that's what I saw. And I had a dream. I had a couple days ago about the Dow. And I saw it plunge through 20,000 and then come right back up. And that same day, it plunged through 20,000 and came right back up. And I posted it on the Telegram group, and everybody saw it. It happened just like that. So now I have a dream of low 6,000s to high 5,000. That's beyond a crash. That is that's terrible. I mean, because that's gonna come with a lot of bad stuff. I mean, you want to wipe away societies and millions of people. Take the Dow to 6,000 and see what people do, because you're wiping out people's 401ks completely at that point. You're wiping out people's pensions accounts. Everybody's gonna be laid off because of that as well. So, I mean, go ahead. I mean, that's just crazy. That's crazy. And so I didn't think could the Dow go that low? Like, goodness gracious, you're talking about you're talking about math. You're talking about, I don't even want to say it. I mean, you guys already know at that price. Yeah, what world are we going to be living in? At Dow 6,000. Are you kidding me? Right. So I saw it in my dream. So I saw the number, but that doesn't, And then Gregory Mannarino, guaranteed it. So at that number, you're not even want to come outside. You know. It's gonna be scary. America's gonna be a scary place at that number. So you know what I mean. So we just gotta pray and cover ourselves, because at that number, America would be brought to her knees and in complete repentance, and there's going to be absolute mayhem in the streets. And at those numbers, that's beyond a crash. That is a complete wipe of wealth, and that's a complete wipe of wealth to the middle class. Um, People are going to be extremely poor, and that's extreme poverty at that level, right? You're wiping. I mean, you went from 29,000 to 6,000. You're literally wiping out the entire middle class, and you're making the people that are struggling right now, that are going, day to day, paycheck to paycheck, they're going to be wiped out. They're not, their jobs are going to be gone, and they're going to have to beg to the government. Anything they had in their savings is gone, because we're going to go to negative interest rates, right? And that means that the money you have in your bank account, you now have to pay the banks to keep it in the bank accounts. You're going to see a big move to cryptocurrencies because of that, because cryptocurrencies, they have a lot of dividends, right? Tron gives you a dividend for holding it. Tezos gives you a dividend for holding it. VeChain gives you a dividend for holding it. What else? NEO gives you a dividend for holding it, right? So there's a bunch of coins that give you a dividend each month just for holding the coin. Okay. ALGO gives you a dividend for holding it. So, you know what I mean? But make sure your cryptos are in private keys, because if we're at 6,000 down, a lot of these exchanges and things are not even going to be working. Okay, so it's bad. It's bad. I just seen a video. I posted in the Telegram group. You got these dudes going out in Philly and just punching people and kicking people and robbing people because they can't work. This is, you guys and girls, stay inside, man. Stay inside. And if you do go out with a bunch of people, not by yourself. You know what I mean? Because it's gonna be crazy, man. It's gonna be crazy. And my friend prayed about it, and the father told her, yeah, well, the worst isn't even here yet. The worst is still to come. We're not done. We're not done, and you haven't even seen the worst. That's what the father told her. So it's like, my goodness gracious, right? So we still haven't seen the real estate markets crash. That's coming right now. As the lockdowns happen, the real estate markets are going to crash. Riots in the streets because people that don't have enough food are going to get hungry, right? And that's why the National Guard is out there, because they know people are going to get hungry and they want to come, maybe rob the stores and things like that. So all these things are happening. They're locking down state by state by state. We see that, and it's just gonna be crazy. Gonna be crazy. QE4 is here, and for you people that have followed me on Eyes Open Media Facebook page, you remember me telling you guys about QE4, and I said QE4 is the end game. Quantitative easing 4 is the end game, and when we see that, you need to get out of America, because you will be locked in, and uh, it'll be impossible to get out, and also you would have to now deal with the civil unrest. And unbelievable that was literally back in years ago when we were talking about this stuff, man. Um, and this is right after QE3 was over. So QE3 ended, and then we started talking about the potential of QE4, which would be bigger than QE1, 2, and 3 combined. Right. So some of you guys that remember that go back with me for a long time remember me saying that. I said QE4 would be, and even Peter Schiff has said it, and several other people have said it. QE4 would be bigger than QE1, 2, and 3 combined. And now the feds are doing $1 trillion a day in bank repos. Wow. And they're not done, right? It's not gonna work, and then they're gonna go, while the markets are crashing, they're gonna go to 5 billion in repos, and then maybe even 5 trillion. I mean, and then they might even go to 10 trillion in repos until the system just absolutely says enough, right? Well, and it's not going to be slow either. As you can see, we went from 50 billion in repos in September, and that was supposed to be temporary, to now $1 trillion a day in repo operations for the Federal Reserves. Unbelievable that the American people, including myself, we have allowed the feds to have this much power and to literally be able to, own the banks, buy up all the companies, buy up assets around the world, allow the other central bankers to buy everything up as well, and give the power to the central banks around the world and the Fed. It's like a new world order, right? And we're just gonna trust that God is in control, and that He's gonna flip the switch on these bastards, at some point, and we're gonna make it. We're gonna come out on top. We're gonna be successful, and we're gonna thrive. And life's gonna get back to normal at some type of normalcy at some point in the summertime, hopefully. Japan's still looking to go on with the Olympics. I don't know who's gonna show up, but they're gonna try to go on with the Olympics, and good luck to them. Okay, and maybe some of you guys are gonna go to the Olympics and say forget, and try to get back to normal life. By the time, I don't even know when the Olympics are. Is it like August or July? Maybe it's July, August. So interesting that Japan's numbers weren't that big because they have the Olympics coming up. Unbelievable. Anyways, peace out. God bless. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Eyes open.